Welcome back. All right, so preseason's winding down. We've got tonight's games, we've got Friday, we've got Saturday, then we have a couple of days off, and then we get into the regular season. So we're getting close. We have 8 games tonight, so relatively busy. Saturday's a busy night as well. And then that's that. And then we get into the games that really matter. So we have 3 games starting at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern, 1 a half an hour after that, 2 a half an hour later, 1 an hour later, and 1 an hour after that. So, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Ottawa Senators and Montreal Canadiens, both teams dealing with shortages of players, especially some important players being out for both. So we'll see how things go tonight between these two teams, who I think are going to have a very healthy rivalry this year. February 26th, March 19th, April 5th, and April 23rd are their 4 meetings. So they don't meet until after the Olympics are done. And so down the stretch after the Olympics, 4 games tells you things are going to get pretty heated by the time we get to that 4th game. At least they could be. I think Ottawa's going to be better than expected, and I think for Montreal, I think it's going to be a struggle for them to get back to the playoffs, and so they may very well be competing for the same playoff spot. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the New Jersey Devils, coming off of a loss last night, will be against the New York Islanders. Of course, for the Devils, that was with their B roster, and tonight I would imagine they'll play most of their starters. These teams meet 4 times during the regular season: November 11th, December 11th, January 13th, and April 3rd. So that's 4 meetings between these rivals, and as much as I think the Rangers and the Devils will hate each other this year, there may be a healthy amount between the Islanders and the Devils as well. I get the feeling that the Devils are going to get under the skin of a lot of teams this year. Also at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, the Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning renew the Battle of Florida. And these teams play 4 times this year: October 19th, November 13th, December 30th, and April 24th. So that's 3 times before the end of 2021, and then once in the last week of the season. So, yeah, I expect this battle to be pretty heated, and I expect that to be the rule throughout the season. Then, half an hour later, 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, the Pittsburgh Penguins and Detroit Red Wings. These teams don't meet during the regular season until January 28th. They also meet March 27th and April 23rd. So Pittsburgh, also a team dealing with a lot of injuries, which is not really new. In against Detroit, a team that doesn't really have any expectation and not really any pressure either. At 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific, we will see the Chicago Blackhawks in against the Minnesota Wild. These teams meet 4 times this year: January 21st and January 22nd. So there's a back-to-back, one in Minnesota, one in Chicago as well. February 2nd and then March 19th will be that 4th meeting between the two teams. And then also at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, we have 3 games coming up between Colorado and Dallas after this one. So again, back in the same division as they were last year, but instead of being... No, wait. They're in the same division after last year. They were separated. That's right, Central and Western. See, I'm just forgetting it because now they're both in the Central. So that last season is just going to be forgotten. November 26th, December 29th, and December 31st are the 3 meetings between these teams. Dallas hoping to be better, and me with my Jake Ottinger jersey hoping that is the case. But Braden Holtby's been pretty good during the preseason as well. So maybe he just needed to move twice out of Washington, and now he's got his game back. Which makes things interesting, right? Like if Ottinger's playing well and Holtby's playing well, and then Bishop says, "Hey guys, I'm healthy and I'm good to go," do you just send Ottinger down, or do you try to get creative? So yeah, we'll see what happens between Dallas and Colorado. Dallas wants to be up there near the top or at the top, and Colorado wants to stay at the top this year and get past the second round. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, the Vancouver Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers get at it. These teams meet twice before closing out the preseason altogether, and it's a good test for Vancouver, as it should be a pretty near full roster for them. I know there are Canuck fans that are mad about Gadjevich. I don't think that he's going to get claimed on waivers, but we'll see what happens. These teams meet 4 times: October 13th, October 30th, January 25th, and April 29th. So they close out the season against one another. And this could be quite the battle between these two teams this year as well. And I think it's a good test for the Canucks to meet them twice before the preseason comes to an end. So we'll see what happens. Then at 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, the Vegas Golden Knights, who are playing some fun fire wagon hockey in the preseason, at home against the Arizona Coyotes. The Coyotes, of course, now they've got Galchenyuk signed, and it is going to be an interesting roster for the Coyotes. 3 games between these teams during the season, December 3rd, February 25th, and April 9th. Of course, Arizona now in the Central, Vegas remains in the Pacific. So, there you go. Yeah, we'll see how these games go for tonight. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Your picks and whatnot. And again, the Discord is linked in the description below videos. So the Discord server should be listed right there. And the pick'em part is on that Discord server. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.